June 1st, 2026. Let's get into it. Quick shout out to today's sponsor, GridTerm. Run multiple terminal sessions side by side, perfect for Claude Code or Codex Power users. Check it out at gridterm.com, link in the description. Anthropic just confidentially filed to go public, and the numbers are absolutely bonkers. The company is valued at nearly $1 trillion with a revenue run rate of $47 billion, up from $9 billion at the end of last year. That's not growth, that's a vertical line. Oh, and they pulled this off less than a week after closing a $65 billion Series H. So the playbook is now raise the GDP of a small country on Monday, file for IPO on Friday. Meanwhile, OpenAI is prepping their own IPO, and SpaceX wants a $2 trillion valuation. The IPO season from hell is officially open. Speaking of big moves, Nvidia just walked onto Apple's lawn with a flamethrower. At Computex, Jensen unveiled the RTX Spark, an ARM-based PC superchip with 20 CPU cores, 6,000 GPU cores, and 128 gigabytes of unified memory. The Verge is straight up calling it Windows M1 moment. Microsoft, Dell, HP, Lenovo, Asus, MSI, basically every PC maker not named Apple, is shipping Spark laptops this fall. Jensen says he's chasing a $200 billion CPU market because, quote, billions of agents will need PCs to use. Intel stockholders just felt a disturbance in the force. And then there's Google, who looked at all this and went, hold my $80 billion. Alphabet just announced a proposed $80 billion equity capital raise specifically to expand AI infrastructure and compute. That's one of the largest equity raises in tech history. For context, Google already prints money, has the cash flow of a small planet, and they're still going to the public markets to raise $80 billion. The compute arms race isn't slowing down, it's eating the entire capital markets. But that's not even the craziest story today. Florida just sued OpenAI and Sam Altman personally in the first ever state lawsuit against an AI company. The attorney general filed an 83-page complaint accusing ChatGPT of aiding mass shootings, suicides, and addiction. The suit specifically points to the 2025 Florida State University shooting, where prosecutors say the shooter consulted ChatGPT before the attack. Florida AG James Uthmeyer said he expects other states to follow. This is the moment AI liability went from theoretical to in the courtroom. Meanwhile, at Meta, hackers literally social engineered Meta's AI support bot to hijack Instagram accounts. They just asked the chatbot to switch the email on a target's account, got the reset code, and locked the owner out. That's it. That's the hack. Victims include the Obama White House Instagram, Sephora, and the Space Force Chief Master Sergeant. The Obama account started posting Iranian propaganda. Meta says they've patched it now, which is corporate for our AI was the bug. On the actually useful front, The Verge got hands-on with Google's new Gemini Spark AI agent, and it's freakishly competent. They asked it to email the user's wife the family's average grocery spending. Spark found the wife's email from contacts, located the budget spreadsheet in Drive that didn't even have budget in the name, averaged the monthly totals, and drafted the email with their personal sign-off. Then they asked it to plan a block party, and it hallucinated a sign-up sheet that didn't exist and made an ugly slide deck about city permits. So Gemini Spark is either a productivity savior or your most overconfident coworker, depending on the task. SpaceX just amended its IPO filing to warn investors about, get this, running out of water. The company, which now owns Musk's xAI lab, added language saying water access for cooling data centers is a critical risk factor. Read that again. SpaceX, the rocket company, is telling Wall Street that the bottleneck for their AI ambitions isn't chips, isn't power, it's water. Welcome to 2026, where the limiting region for artificial intelligence is the same thing fish need to survive. Quick palate cleanser, DuckDuckGo's no AI search engine is exploding. Traffic to their AI-free page is up nearly 30% week over week, and US iOS app installs peaked at almost 70% growth. The no AI search backlash is real. On May 28th alone, traffic tripled. They just launched Chrome and Firefox extensions so you can set it as your default. Turns out a small but loud chunk of the internet would like to Google things without Gemini writing them a 5-paragraph essay first. Here's a cool one. A startup called Windborne is now out forecasting actual government weather agencies. Their new model, WeatherMesh 6, beats the European Center for Medium Range Forecasts, which meteorologists consider the gold standard. The secret sauce, they fly 400 weather balloons around the world, feeding sensor data directly into their transformer model. The CEO says WeatherMesh is, quote, as accurate 5 days out as a traditional forecast is the day before. The weather report on your phone is about to get a lot less wrong. And finally, Strava is cracking down on AI scrapers. The fitness app is now charging developers $11.99 a month for API access, blaming quote zero code AI tools that hammer the API. Developer applications are up 448% this year. Translation: somebody pointed a vibe coded AI agent at Strava's free API and slurped everyone's run data. Welcome to the future where every free API is about to get the Reddit treatment. Quick reminder, today's video is brought to you by GridTerm, link in the description. That's it for today. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.